pointing out with Patrick how much this means to him. Hoping for a first clearance on it. And he's not the only weak shocker here on display, Randy. Amazing to think that he and Barnes both will be performing today in front of local hometown favorite.
Yeah, you know, a lot of you ask the players, is that a distraction or do you really get fired up for that? And you know, for me, it was always kind of a 50-50 thing. I was always afraid of really bowling horrible in front of the hometown.
9-pin stays up for Patrick Healey Jr. And lanes are 11-12 to begin our competition here today.
Not a great break there. That ball's in the pocket, leaving the 9-pin. Average score this week, 234. The scores were very high.
Spare conversion on the bottom there. For you loyal bowling fans, something new. We'll track here on ESPN as we start the March to the World Championship in Toledo. Healey picks up the 9-pin for a mark to begin his day. It's been a long time coming for Dave D'Entremont. The strike percentage and spare conversion percentage on the bottom there are brand new stats we'll track all season long for you. Injury problems. He's overcome it all. He's in the pocket.
Yeah, he had wrist surgery back in 2000, had some pins in his wrist, hurt it, obviously bowling, went to a lighter ball. He rehabbed with a 13-pound ball. It took him a couple of months to get back. He said, talking with him last night, he said, Double D is back.
We have our bowlers mic'd. All the sights and sounds of the PBA Tour coming your way on ESPN. Looking for a good start. Pocket again.
And what a way to start for Dave D'Entremont, who hasn't been here in a while. Starts with a double. That ball's just dead flush, what we call dead flush on tour. That ball's perfect in the 1-3 pocket. Notice there's no pins left on the pin deck.
You heard it right. Patrick Healey now lives in Mexico City. Interesting background.
This guy,
Wichita State fans love it.
Excuse me. This guy's solid. And we watched him all day yesterday and last night, and it was just a machine. Just kept repeating shot after shot, and obviously the lane conditions being something that would lend to high scores this week through a lot of strikes. Made a lot of really good quality shots, which he does pretty much week in and week out here.
Patrick and his wife Teresa live in Mexico City with her son, his stepson Victor.
Don't forget to roll it. It's a bad way if
You heard Patrick, he said that this is his bad lane and this ball goes light. He went solid 9 the first ball on that lane. Gets that ball in just a pinch, and the friction today is all the way out to the edge of the lane, the 1, 2, 3 boards. This ball bounce.
Easy 2-pin pickup.
You hear him say, you know, stay under it. You got to stay under it. And the reason why is he has to stay under it to get the ball rolling, because if he does get a little bit too far to the right, that hand is going around the side of the ball's really going to break loose and hook too much down the lane.
D'Entremont seeks a triple to begin the match. He told us the Butterflies would be active today. It's been a while. Doesn't look too nervous.
Well, not with that start. And, you know, you could see the difference between the two lines. Dave D'Entremont playing the much deeper line than Patrick Healey. And right now, early on, it looks like Dave has the better of the two ball reactions.
Bowlers had a lot of time to practice on the two TV lanes to get a feel for what kind of hook there would be. To go up 30 pins. Has enough. 4-bagger to begin the match.
When you hear a player say push, that usually means that he's gotten the ball left of target and he wants the ball to push a little bit further down the lane before it starts to hook. That's exactly what happened on that shot.
Little giggle to himself. got to be near perfect now in the middle of the match. 10-pin.
A quality shot again, leaving the 10. You're going to watch the 6-pin right there. It's going to go around the 10.
Randy, you've won 12 titles. You know what it's like to be successful on TV days. See the single pin conversion number. It's brand new as well. We'll be tracking that all season. Picks up the spare, gets his mark. How nervous would Patrick Healey be? He's never won a tour title. Extra pressure also he's facing of all the Wichita State fans.
Well, you know, he's been here before. He's made a lot of telecasts. I think Patrick gets nervous. Things start to change in the title match, in the championship match. He's got to shoot a bunch. Obviously, the instrument starts with the front four, and Patrick doesn't have a double yet.
3 second-place finishes last year for Patrick Healey Jr. So he has come close. Oh! 7-pin clearance.
Well, that's the kind of stuff he's looking for to happen to him. He needs some good stuff, some good breaks, and that was certainly one of them. This ball's going to get further right. Looking for that friction. It's right there, and watch it come back hard. Head pin goes to the sidewall, and the nice little love tap. Dave DeAntremont certainly in the driver's seat.
To go up 41 pins with another. Does he have it in him? 10-pin wiggles. And won't go down.
The difference between that 10-pin and the one that Patrick Healey left was, if you notice, the 6-pin laid in the gutter that time. That ball entered the pocket a little weak. It was a little flat.
He's got a 40-pin lead. And he missed the spare. Would have been a 40-pin lead had he picked up the 10-pin instead. An open frame.
Unforced error.
All right, come on.
Still has a commanding lead. Blowing in the thumb hole to get a good feel. Adds just a slight bit of moisture. Nice, secure feel in his thumb.
Needs to bounce back. Gave that room. Took him down. So the open frame from Dave DeAntremont makes things very interesting in Wichita. We're underway. Wild card match. The winner to play, Walter Ray Williams Jr. ESPN's exclusive live coverage of the PBA Tour is presented by Dexter, the #1 bowling shoe in the world. What's your size? By Miller High Life. To live simply, proudly, boldly, manly. This is the High Life. And by Cambridge Credit Counseling. Find out how good it feels to be debt-free. That's 2 miles from the North Lanes. That's where Wichita State's campus is. Healey Jr. played his collegiate bowling career at Wichita State. Coach Vatican there, who has won 6 titles for the men, 6 for the women. A perennial powerhouse in collegiate bowling, the Wichita State program. He returns. Working on a strike is Patrick. A strike ball here, he's down 8. Needs it.
They're just curing it right out of the break. Patrick Healey can go to the wall and shoot 259. Dave DeAntremont can strike out for 267. See how he posts every shot? Just perfect.
So the open really becomes significant now. Strike percentage this week. Wants to increase the number. With a strike, he's up 2 pins. You're lucky! 4-7 still up.
Take a look at this little wiggling of the elbow. It's kind of his little pre-shot, just to kind of fudging a little bit to get a little comfortable, keep him nice and relaxed instead of just standing there frozen stiff like a statue.
But he is so smooth on the approach, Randy. I know you're impressed with his head.
His head movement is
Stability.
almost nil.
Picks up his mark. 10-pin lead now, Dave DeAntremont. That can go up 10, though, because he's working on a strike now. It's been a long time since Dave has won. He told us last night he had doubted if he'd ever make a show again. With all the injury problems. There's another.
He's just curing it. He was very confident last night when we spoke with him. You know, he talked about his injuries, talked about his knees, wearing the knee brace and all. But, you know, he told us he's lost about 40 pounds. He's feeling great. He said his game came back, and you know, his own words, hey, Double D is back.
Chance to go up 30 pins on a double. In the 8th.
All right, look at that ball. Look at that ball just stop right in front of the head pin. The reason why is bowlers always try to look for friction. The ball travels in direction of rotation once friction is created, and here's your friction. The players are going to feed that ball into that dry spot, and then it's going to look like somebody kicked it to the left.
Sometimes bowlers flirt with the channel, and they're into the gutter. We've seen it a few times with this oil pattern. That's perfect for Healey. You can find out much more about the oil patterns. PBA on the web, pba.com, a great website with all the information you can possibly need to keep you updated on the tournament and future events like the Greater Kansas City Open. That's where we're going next week, just outside KC.
Well, this is Patrick's last shot on what he said was his bad lane. You know, he had the choice of lanes to finish on. Obviously, he's going to finish on the right lane. He was the higher qualifier.
Strike is down 20. Comes in high, 4-pin stands.
Left lane was his Achilles heel, his big problem. This ball just drifts high, leaves a 4-pin. Struck one time on the left lane. Strategy was there, just the left lane did not cooperate.
Makes the 4 to get his spare there.
Good shot, buddy.
Maximum score of 217 for him. Single pin conversion rate is outstanding, but some struggles on lane 11. 2 TV lanes today.
I mean, right now, DeAntremont, all he has to do is keep it on the lane. Show up in the 9th and 10th, and he's going to advance.
Strike puts him up 40. Make it a 40-pin lead.
Oh, you hear that? A little trash talking from Big Double D. That's 1 down. Again, I can't emphasize enough how confident this guy is. I mean, for a guy that hasn't been there in a long time, to be that confident, that's that's pretty amazing. And normally, you kind of build yourself up to that a couple of shows or something, but I mean, he said he's ready now, and he's expecting to bowl good week in and week out.
It's a different approach.
All right.
As he leaves a wild split at the end of his round.
Game's over.
Okay.
2-8-10. Dave DeAntremont, your winner.
Walter Ray Williams, owner of 34 PBA titles and a Hall of Famer, awaits Dave DeAntremont in the semifinal. First, we will see Ryan Schaefer and Chris Barnes. Big sigh of relief. Dave told us this morning he felt still the butterflies were churning. Didn't know how to respond. 10-pin for Healey.
Wow. That's a pretty good game for 2-0. If he makes this, he's going to be in the 206 area, 205. He gets another 9 count. It's a pretty solid game for only shooting that, especially when the guy averages almost 240 for the whole week.
Nice look. Patrick Healey Jr. picks up the spare. Dave DeAntremont can take a couple of minutes to relax. Now, Randy, what kind of things go on? He's got a match to rest a bit, think about his semifinal with Walter Ray. What's going through his mind?
Well, I think the biggest thing is, you know, what I would be going through is how much are the lanes going to change. This match I'm going to sit. He'll probably practice a little bit over off to our right, keep himself warm, but that's the biggest thing. You know, what to expect when he goes back over for the next game. How much change have the lane conditions gone through?
The quest for his first career